Alright, how we doing, guys? Dino here from Fundamental Guitar. In this lesson I'm going to be showing you how to play Half Time by Amy Winehouse. A fantastic song, absolutely love playing it. Been meaning to do a lesson for it for a while now. Finally got around to it, and hopefully I'll do it justice. It's actually a really tricky song to teach, especially in a short space of time, so I'm going to do my best to explain it. We've got some tough chords in there as always, but the timing for this one is really quite complicated. So as I said, do my best. Start by having a listen to how it sounds, and then we'll go into a close-up, because we're definitely going to need to have a good look at what's happening as well. So let's start with hearing it, and then we'll go into a close-up and break everything down. So, simple, sweet guitar, humble by the bass. When the beat kicks in, everything falls into place, and it overpowers me on different days. Half time, gotta make it through, consider the chance. Okay, there we go. That's how it sounds roughly. I don't know all the lyrics and all the melody, but I'm sure you get a good idea of how it sounds and how it fits together. So now we're going to go into a close-up and start breaking everything down. Okay, so let's start by looking at the chords we need for the verse. There's only 4 chords for the verse. Those chords are A major 7, B flat minor 7, flat 5, C major 7, and D minor 7. Okay, we're going to have a little look at how to play them. Remember, guys, the tabs are in the description. There's a link there to my website as well, where you can download a free PDF for all the information you need. Okay, so let's see. A major 7, open position here. Okay, we want to use your 2nd, 3rd and 4th fingers. Okay, so your index is free, because we're going to play, here we go, middle 4 strings. When I play any chord rooted on the 5th string, it's going to be middle 4 strings. If I play a chord rooted on the 6th string, it will be 6, 4, 3 and 2. Okay, so A major 7, slide it up a fret. Now use the index to play 5th string, 2nd fret. That's going to be your B minor 7 flat 5. Easy change. Then we're going to slide that up 2 frets. Okay, and then take the index off, bar the 3rd fret. Okay, and that's going to be playing there. 5th string, 3rd fret is our C. Okay, we're still in the triangle shape for the major 7, so it's a C major 7. Then we're going to take that up 2 frets. 2nd finger, jump down a string, pinky off. Then that's going to be, there's our root D, D minor 7. Okay, so A major 7, B minor 7 flat 5, C major 7, D minor 7. And then those chords go in reverse. Okay, so let's look at the timing. It goes simple, sweet guitar, 2, 3, 4. So that's 2 bars. Okay, I'm not going to go into the timing too mathematically, because it's actually quite tricky, and if you get too scientific, it will confuse you. Your best bet with a lot of jazz songs, in fact, you should feel the rhythm and the movement of the chords. Okay, and in this case, it's kind of following the melodies, like the syllables of the verse. Okay, so we've got A major 7, simple, C major 7, sweet guitar. So I'm doing something there, 2 syllables in the word, well, in each word, sweet guitar. So I'm doing bass note, then treble strings. Okay, so simple, sweet guitar, and then D minor 7 tar. Okay, and then that D minor 7's got a push on it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 bars, and 2 more bars to walk back. By the bass. Okay, then that's repeated. When the beat kicks in, everything falls into place. Okay, there's a little push there. So the A major 7 as well. Okay, so that's your verse. There is a couple of variations you can do in there to make it a little bit more elaborate, but for now I think that's the most fluid and the easiest way, probably best sounding way for now anyway. But I'm going to show you some variations at the end of the video. Okay, so if you want to stick around for that, that's cool. Let's move on now though to the pre-chorus. So we went, where did we go? Then we go pre-chorus, and it overpowers me. Okay, so where are we going? D minor 7 chord. Okay, so we played that already. We should know how to play it, no problems. For a bar, then we're going to go to an A7 sharp 5 split bar with an A7. Okay, so you can see the way I'm playing it, very easy. So the pinky that's moving, that's because that note there, B string 5th fret, that is the 5th, okay, in the A7, and then you put your pinky on the 6th fret of the B string, and then that is sharper than the 5th. Okay, so sharp, take it off, 7. Okay, that's what we want in the song. Okay, so take a minute to pause and look at this grip. A lot of you would have learned, you know, A7 like this. Okay, and that's right, you know, it's a classic F major shape, pinky off. That's going to be a 7 on the 6th string root. But that grip is not what we want. It's not really preferable for playing the jazz chords. Okay, you can see there's notes in there that I'm not playing. I'm not playing the 5th string or the 1st string. There's no need to be pressing them. Okay, and at the same time, it's a bit, I'm not great at barring, to be honest, and I find the buzzy notes in there. Okay, so with this grip, much cleaner. Okay, and I'm you know, getting rid of the notes that we don't need, to press. You know, we're not strumming here, we're plucking the 6, 4, 3 and 2. So the reason for that in jazz is we don't want to, these two notes here would have been a replica of the 1 and the 5, and those notes aren't really making the chord jazzy. You know, it's the 7s and the 9s and the 13s and sharps and stuff like that, the alteredness of the chord that's making it sound jazzy. So don't need those notes. Okay, and at the same time, when you use your thumb, guys, it lets you use these things, other things, you know, particularly for this song and this little movement between the sharp 5 and the 7. Okay, a lot of people would play their sharp 5 like this. Okay, but then look at the movement. So you've got the buzz and you've got a lot of movement, whereas if you just learnt this grip, easy peasy. Okay, and it's a lot more preferable. So I would encourage you guys to learn that thumb over technique and to learn to, you know, use this grip when you're playing your 7s on the 6th string root. Okay, so now let's get back to the song. D minor 7, 2, 3, 4, and. Okay, so you can see the bass note of the A7 is coming on the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm just playing the treble strings for sharp 5 and then the normal 7. Okay, so let's go with the time. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2 bars, and it goes again. That's your 4 bars. Okay, then after the 5th bar, we don't repeat that. We're going to go through the chords that we played in the verse. But we're not going to end on a D minor 7. We're going to end on a D7. Okay, have a look there. D7, like a major 7, but not with the major 7, with the flat 7. D dominant 7. Okay, so that was just A major 7, B minor 7 flat 5, C major 7, and then D7. Okay, let's run through the verse and pre-chorus together. Simple sweet guitar by the bass, when the beat kicks in, everything falls into place. Pre-chorus, it overpowers me. I can't help but dance, yeah. So let me go through. Halftime. Okay, and that's when we're going to go into the chorus. Okay, chorus is not too tricky. We've got A major 7, Okay, so again, encouraging you to use the thumb over technique here. We're going to call this A major 7 star. Why? Because there's an A major 7 here, but we want to play it here on the 6th string root. Okay, because the next two chords, it's all in the same vicinity. Okay, we don't want to be moving up and down the neck too much. Okay, so A major 7 for a bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then D minor 7 is split with E minor 7. So that same shape, up 2 frets, E minor 7, and then back to A major 7, 3, 4, and okay, so that happens, it repeats for 6 bars, and then when you go to the 7th and 8th bars, you're going to finish on an A minor 7. Okay, so that the last 4 bars will be and that's the end of the chorus. Okay, so after that you've got second verse, pre-chorus, chorus, all the same. Then there's a verse 3, and I think it changes a bit, but I'm not going to go into it in the lesson. You with the chords I've given you, you should be able to work out if you want to. Okay, so that's all the parts there, guys. I'm just going to take a few minutes now to just talk about a couple of variations for what happens in the verse. Okay, because it's kind of like the signature part of the song. Okay, so you've got simple sweet gift. Okay, so I was kind of cheating here by doing dun, dun, same chord, 2 syllables. Really, there should actually be 2 chords. So let me just have a look at my notes. Okay, what you could play and what I've seen people play in some of the covers on YouTube, instead of going just staying on the C major 7, they're going to go C major 7 and then to a C sharp diminished. Okay, so the way to do that would be just in a C major 7 shape, take that second finger, jump it up 2 strings. Okay, so it's changing the bass note to a C sharp, and it's obviously flattening what was already the flat 7, so it becomes a double flat 7, so that's why it's a diminished. Okay, and the notes you're playing there are C sharp, G, A sharp, and E. Okay, so C sharp diminished. Okay, it's pretty easy change. So you're going to have a simple sweet guitar. So you can hear now every syllable's got its own chord. All right, there's a little problem with that chord though, because the bass note is wrong. Okay, because if you listen to the bass, dun, 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 that doesn't match. Dun, 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 dun. That C sharp shouldn't be there. That C, sorry. So play with the C sharp. Dun, 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 dun. So you can hear that C sharp's not right. Okay, so where does it want to go? Dun, 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 dun. Wants to go to the E. Okay, so we could, what would be more appropriate to play an E minor 7 flat 5, if I could get the fingers right. Okay, so still it's the same 4 notes, exact same 4 notes. It's E, B flat, D flat, and G, which is the same as C sharp, A sharp, E and G. Okay, but just with the root note as the E, so it suits the song more. Okay, so you can go simple sweet guitar, but that's very tricky as well. Easy way to play that, play the right same chord, E minor 7 flat 5, but on the 5th string root. Okay, so it's the same shape as your B minor 7 flat 5, but 7th fret. So then you can get this simple sweet guitar. There we go. There's all the parts there, guys, with a little bit of theory sprinkled in as always. Okay, there we go. That's the lesson, guys. Hopefully it made sense. As I said, it's a pretty tough one. Don't expect to get it in one sitting. Work at it, give it some time, practice it. Definitely going to help to have the chord sheet in front of you with the song structure as well. So let me know how you go with it. If you've got any questions, as always, give me a shout, and I shall see you again soon. Take care.